out with Drew Hanlon, and he got Six Man of the Year.
Right.
So just be on the lookout for Denny this season.
Oh, I
That's
am.
all I gotta
Third
say.
year player. I'm gonna be calling for his monkey ass to get traded if he don't start producing
Hmm.
because he got picked. He got picked too high, and I would never blame the player for being picked overdrafted. That's not the player's fault. But unfortunately, in order to solve that problem, we have to move you.
Hmm.
So, you know what I'm saying? I hope this shit works out. He's got size, bro. He actually has a pretty nice shot whenever he's open. He got size. He got crafty ball handling skills. He just needs to work on the other things that kind of are lacking around that. But when you have a guy with size like that, he's versatile on the wing and he's got such good touch with the basketball, putting it on the floor and passing it. And the guy actually got nice touch around the rim, real nice soft touch around the rim. You're right. He's got a lot of upside. We can use him 1,000 different ways if he can play well. There's a lot of different ways, a lot of different services that we need him to fulfill if he gonna play well. So I'm praying. I'm praying on it. I pray he comes out playing well. I don't need him to be a superstar. I just need him to fulfill that starting position, defend the wings, keep the ball rotating on the wing, and give us versatility on the wing because that's what we don't have.
Hmm.
Who the hell we got on the wing? G, we ain't got nobody. We got Will Barton now. Shout out to Will Barton. I rock with Will Barton, but that's another. I mean, that's like Danny's ceiling right now, as of right now, until we see him play again. Is Will Barton,
Little Barton.
and I rock with Will Barton, but I think if we're going to go and give Bradley Beal his just due for never ever even requesting a trade and reneging on it, if we're gonna give him his just due for thugging it out how he thugged it out, hell, as soon as they traded John, hell, he could have said, "Man, f this, I'm out next year,"
Hmm.
because they was best friends, bro. They was best friends. Like that's part of the reason why he was okay with playing second fiddle to John because they was best friends. He was learning from the man.
Hmm.
You know what I'm saying? When John's father died, when I watched the interview, that was the only person that came to go and comfort him in the physical. Even though they had a game to play, John didn't play in that game. Brad plays. The game is in Charlotte, Raleigh, North Carolina, which is about 2 hours away from Charlotte, which is where John's from. He drives after the game to Raleigh to go and support, comfort his brother. So it's different.
Hmm.
It's not just backcourt mates. They had a real relationship. He could have took that shit personally. Is my point. When they made the trade and said, "Man, the hell with you niggas, I went out."
Hmm.
Didn't
He
do
must
that.
really like it in Washington. He must really like
So
it.
right, and with that being said, we can't take that for granted, man. If they take that shit for granted, I'ma want the nigga to get traded for his own good. It ain't cause I got anything against him. For his own effing good.
Hmm.
Because how you not gonna honor? How you not gonna honor loyalty like that? Like you got to go get this brother some help, please.
Yep, I agree.
Like for real. Not only that, I want to win, bro. I am so sick and tired of celebrating just getting into the playoffs.
Oh yeah, that can get old quick.
I am so sick and tired of celebrating. No, we won a game. We didn't get swept. Like really? Like we
Hmm.
sound like second class citizens in the NBA. We swept. Like what kind of weak shit is that, bro? We supposed to be trying to win the series, man. We ain't won a playoff series since we had John Wall, bro.
Yeah.
That shit is sad, G. And there's a situation where if you're gonna sign a guy to two max contracts, at this point
Mm.
you're making him look bad. Like you gotta look at it from a standpoint when you sign two max contracts and you play with the kind of rosters Bradley Beal's played with, the team is pretty much trying to make you look bad.
Mm.
Because they're gonna say, oh, he only cares, which they're saying right now. He only cares about money. Oh, he's the one with the bag. He's the one with the bag. I don't think the fans take enough consideration in the word trust. I think they don't really understand that again when he is drafted here, there is a level of trust in that between him and the organization. It's
Mm.
clear as day. Now, why does he trust the niggas? I don't fucking know, because I wouldn't trust the niggas. But obviously, he trusts them. You know what I'm saying?
Mm.
But like, why? Why is he trusting them? They haven't produced. What
That's
have
why
what
it's
front
something
office
deep.
done for Bradley Bill besides get him paid, man? But that's like the bare minimum. If
But
you
it
don't
can't
pay him,
be just getting paid because
bro,
there's places where he can get more money because
thank you,
Washington got them taxes too. He could
thank
be
you.
making
You
more
got
money.
to pay him.
There's many reasons. There's many reasons with just money. That's what I'm saying. He must really rub it there and be comfortable. It's something deeper than just the
Trust
bag.
these guys, and with trust, I mean, you can always judge somebody for trusting somebody, but usually they mean this shit. Like, I'm a Knicks fan. Carmelo seriously trusted the Knicks front office. Now it's the dumbest shit he's ever did in his entire life.
Hmm.
But as a grown man, it's hard to tell somebody who's passionate about doing something that's virtually impossible that they can't do it because they're in similar situations. They're trying to bring championships to organizations that are so far from championship contention. It ain't even funny. You know,
Hmm.
like the Knicks and the Wizards are so far from even contending for championships. It ain't even funny.
Hmm. Yeah, let me see. Let me see what my boy Real J got to say. He must really have something to say about the way I know his hand been out for a minute. I'm just curious what's
Oh,
his
that's what that
input on
means.
this situation. Yeah.
Nah, I ain't know y'all both from Washington.
Well, we in the DMV and Maryland. We right next to it though. We pretty much in
Nah, I was
DC
going to
too.
say, I feel like with the Wizards, I feel like it's just where y'all at. Y'all gonna have to like really, get some real time big players through the draft for y'all to be back at that level y'all was with John Wall. It's like I know y'all wasn't able to get him, but I feel like Jaden Ivey he would have been a good pick for y'all. And I do like how y'all got y'all wings and stuff like that. But like, yeah, I don't know if y'all should move off of Bradley Bill because to me he like a 2 or 3. But it's a tough situation because y'all in a small market. But some of the teams I would say y'all have to look at and you could kind of follow that same type of plan. I say a team like the Cavs, a team like even the Nets before KD and Kyrie did. Like we wasn't a popular destination, but we still had the benefit of being, in New York that stars would want to come once we started winning. But we actually had to build that shit from the ground. And we didn't even have no draft picks. Like, well, we did draft Karras and Jared Allen, but those were later round picks. So we really had an eye for talent and being able to develop them guys like Spencer Dinwiddie, Joe Harris. Them guys was undrafted. We picked them up off of waivers and we developed them. So y'all got to really attack the draft and try to find, hidden gems in free agency.
That was a hell of a point. Like you said, they went and found diamonds in the rough. They got a history of doing that. Though. What diamonds in the rough have we ever found?
I mean, I like y'all wings. I do. Like, I like Rue. I like Denny. But, like, I feel like it's really tough to, like, I really don't know what can really push y'all over the top. Like, I know y'all need another. I think y'all need a legitimate star, but like I don't feel like Bradley Bill fits that timeline if you're trying to find that in the draft. You know?
I agree, bro. I don't have like I just think for Brad's play style and considering how ass the roster's been, man, I just don't think that anything he does is really going to put us over the top. And it's not because of him. First of all, he's a guard. Like you know how it
Yeah.
is when a guard is dominant. Like
Yeah.
they can't just be dominant by themselves. Like it's no guard that's ever won a championship by themselves.
Yeah,
All
that's a fact.
boards that arguably do shit like that.
Well, Katie just said it himself. He said it's a wings league, and it is. So I feel like for y'all, like I like what I did this offseason. I'm getting rid of KCP, bringing in Morris, Barton. I like the KP move y'all did last season. And I like what y'all did with bringing in Cools, but like y'all need a legitimate, y'all like in the same situation as Portland with Dame. I feel like it's more so the area and y'all be in a small market that nobody really want to come to Washington or
Yeah.
stuff like that. So same shit with Portland. Y'all gonna really have to like attack the drive and find the gem in the drive. And like I was listening to you saying like y'all bad at drafting. I mean, yeah, I could see why you would say that because y'all could have had Tyrese, Heinburn, Maxie, quickly. I could have had a Bane. I could have had a couple guys that y'all passed up on to get Denny, and then who y'all just draft this past draft. I'm
Nah,
not.
I rock with Johnny Davis. Shout out Johnny. I think Johnny gonna play well.
Yeah. Oh yeah. He should be solid, but it all depends on like y'all development team. Like I don't really know too much about how y'all development staff or how you feel about them, but if they know how to develop talent, then it don't really matter who you pick.
That's see that's what needs to be criticized then. Cause all right, so I'm gonna let's go back to some older picks. Like so, Rob, when they picked Kelly Oubre, as soon as
Mm-hmm.
he started playing like the Kelly Oubre everybody knows right now,
Hmm.
boom, he took it.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? The year after we picked Brad, that was Otto Porter's draft. As soon as Otto Porter plays a quarter piece of decent basketball, he get 100 million. Then they trade the nigga a year after, like so.
But the thing about that though is the Nets we offered him that contract and y'all matched it to keep him. So I'm not sure if that's what y'all really wanted to pay him. I doubt it because I remember that year everybody that wasn't supposed to be getting max contracts was just getting contracts. It was one of them years
So yeah,
where free agency was bad and it was a lot of restricted agents and people was just throwing money like it was nothing. So I wouldn't blame that on them. That was actually the Nets' fault because we offered them that contract because we was desperate at the time. We didn't really have any talent and stuff like that.
bro, they could have just not matched the shit and let him go to Brooklyn or let him. Sacramento had 100 on it too. They could have let him walk. He
But
was
y'all didn't win that award at that time, so how are you replacing him? And he was a high level 3-and-D wing for
bro. He how I mean he was cool. He averaged 13 points, 6 rebounds. He was cool. You can go spend 50 million, 60 million, go get that, bro. He ain't shit. They just played it like that because we drafted him. But his whole class was ass. Like everybody in that class is expendable.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I agree. It like the draft is really a crapshoot. Like you don't know who gonna be hit and miss. Like um when I was on here, well not in this space, but when I was on here with Lou the other day, we was talking about who we think uh gonna be like that in the draft. And I didn't even mention Pablo because I wasn't too high on him. But seeing what he did in the summer league, I didn't know he was that nice. So that's just showing you right there. You really don't know who gonna do what, you know? So like it's really just a crapshoot and you gotta hope you have a good
Oh,
staff, a development team. But you gotta have a coach like I'm not sure who your coach is right now, but you gotta have a good, coach that knows how to develop talent.
that's extremely important. You 100% right. That is 100%. That's why the league is so interesting. Is that the draft really is a crapshoot. Like
It really is.
that really is the truth because a guy's like I said. I mean, I don't know if I told y'all, but like I said, like you just mentioned his name, Tyrese Halliburton. I thought he was going to be bad.
Yeah, I
I
thought
did
he was
not think his
trash.
game was going to translate.
That's a fact.
And this dude might end up being a star. What he showcased in Sacramento, Indiana, good job trading for him. I'm so happy for them.